Hola. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Or I guess I should say welcome back to me. I don't know I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, I'm back tonight. Just came home tonight, been gone for a couple of days. Dealing with all this stuff with Maddie. And we're back. I did a little internet test before launching the stream, and of course the first test bombed. Comcast sucks D. And so I did get my Starlink though. I did get Starlink. Ah, ah. Got Starlink in the mail while I was gone, and I have this other modem, but I have to have installation done and all this stuff. And I should be able to combine the internet, so when Comcast messes up eventually, then I can, um, I don't know. Hopefully the connection's better. That's all. I guess I'll say about that. Yeah, Maddie's okay. She came back. Maddie's my daughter. She's 9. Today is actually her birthday. We came back today. We're in the hospital since Thursday, and because her neurologist told us like she needed to go get checked out, and it's better to get all the tests done in the hospital. And so she had all these tests done, and it was pretty intense and kind of rough for the last couple of days. But so far, all the tests have come back like negative, preliminary. So they sent us home, and have to follow up with the neuro and primary and like do all this shit. Thank you, Chaos. She still has like back pain. She still, because they did a lumbar puncture, and she has like back and hip pain and stuff like that. And so I was able to get her off like the rest of the week. Thank you. I'll show her the chat. I showed when she was in the hospital. I showed her the community post, and I showed her like all the well wishes and stuff, which was kind of nice. And the staff came in and they sang her happy birthday today and stuff like that. And almost didn't get out today either. It was kind of like, I don't know. I had to kind of push to get out. It's one of the side effects from lumbar. When you sit up, you can get headaches. You missed a crazy chase. I heard, man. I missed you know what drives me nuts? This is what kind of drives me. Anytime I have to like be gone for a period of time, some crazy shit happens. The wildest, craziest shit. And it's like, oh my God, Mel. Oh my God, Mel. The crazy, it's just nuts. Days and days and days and days of craziness. And then as soon as you get home, as soon as I get home, it's just quiet. Crickets. Nothing. I saw that chase. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was kind of like in and out of it. But that chase, apparently, yeah, they got all the way to the border. Check this out. All the way to the border. I guess no audio. How? Did they made it through? Chaos, thank you so much for the 10 for Maddie. I appreciate that. Thank you for Maddie, aka Baby Girl. Thank you. I'll let her pick something out. Oh look, the internet's already messing up. She wants something called like a pop lock or sock lock. I forgot what it's called. You put it on the back of your device. Everybody's using it and like it holds up the device. It holds it in your hands and stuff. Sock lock? I don't know what they call it. All the way to the border. How? How does that happen? Christina, thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Maddie.
Good vibes, Stace. Thank you for the membership. Happy birthday, honey. Thank you. Layla, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maddie. Welcome back. Happy birthday, Princess. We're praying for you. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. The stuff that's been going on and been dealing with. It's like, I just feel helpless. I didn't get any answers in the hospital, basically. Just rolling things out, you know? There was a bunch of stuff that happened. I don't even know. Car accident. Somebody in Tampa ran somebody over. Somebody in I heard about the cop in Miami that was shot and killed. That was really sad too. I think I was driving because at one point I left the hospital. I came home to grab some clothes and stuff, and the Miami traffic was crazy as usual. But there was all these cops too. That just it seemed really crazy, and hectic. I think that was the day the cop got shot and killed. Marilyn, thank you. Tell her happy birthday. This is for her. Thank you. She's laying down. Yeah, little Scorpio. Sock puppet. No, it's one. I don't know what it is. It's one of those little things, you know, on the phones. It's almost like this, something like this. I mean, this is like a stand for my phone. I go full screen. This is like a stand for my phone. But shit, you know, these girls, they have like all this little diamond stuff, and look at my sock pop or something. I don't know. Government shutdowns over. Oh, Kathy says I hate Starlink. Tell me your story. Why do you hate Starlink? I know the government's Senate reopening the government. Yeah, I saw that too. I was like looking a little bit at X. I was looking, but I also didn't want to look because I was like, damn, I had like the FOMO. Like, damn, man, like I can't be here like to cover this stuff. EBT snap. Pop socket. Pop. Yeah, that's kind of a pain, Lee. So you got to get referrals to specialists and hopefully you can find a good one. That thing, I realized, I forgot, man. Insurance sucks. You know, insurance, healthcare, like, and the insurance that I have, Florida Blue, they had stopped the Closer Children's Hospital that's near me. Something happened in September. There was like a fallout. They didn't agree on something. And so now, like, they're not, like, the hospitals dropped them. And so I had to go all the way to Miami to try to be in coverage and network. And when I went over there and we were in ER, like somebody came in and he's like, "Oh, hi, sir." He said your copay is like $1,200 just for the ER. I'm like, "What?" Yeah, he's like, "How would you like to pay?" I was like, "You can send the bill to the house. I'll take." And then went upstairs, and then like after 2 days, somebody came up and they were like, "Oh, the copay is $3,000 so far for 2 days. Just letting you know." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Just send the bill. That's crazy. And I noticed that some of these doctors are so like itemized. They start charging and billing you for every doctor that walks in. I feel like back in the day, you had a hospital bill. It was itemized. They sent the bill to the insurance company. You get one, whatever it is that you owe, and that's it. Now you got like these different companies. Oh, you owe me this, you owe me that. Everybody's doing their own independent thing. Neurologists are so hard to get into. Yeah, that was the kind of the problem. I had seen like various different doctors, and I was lucky. Somebody helped me find this one doctor that I was able to get her in quick, because sometimes it takes months, sometimes close to a year just to see a neurologist. It's like really hard. But this guy just came to Florida, but he went to Harvard. He's from Boston, I think, and he's like, he got me in really quick. And he was like concerned, and he was like, "I think you should go do these tests to make sure it's not like inflammation and stuff." But insurance, man, forget it, yo. Oh my God, yo, it's bullshit. It's fucking forget about it. It's not like it was back in the day. I mean, I used to work in a hospital, and so like back then the insurance was decent. Even hospital now is not that great, but it's still okay. Now, insurance, forget about it, man. You gotta get referrals. You gotta switch your primary. This is not covered. That's not covered. That's $1,200, and he had the little ATM thing in his hand too. Like I was just gonna pay $1,200 just like that. But the thing is, and here's what you might not know, and somebody told me about this, and I looked it up. Some insurances, if you get admitted to the hospital, they'll waive the ER copay. So I got to look into that too. No, I'm not paying that thing right now. I see Luigi, man. I thought about Luigi, crossed my mind. Luigi did cross my mind. I was like, oh, I see why this guy went nuts. I mean, I still kind of don't see it because I don't know. He was like rich and like wealthy. I mean, but I can see why somebody would like go crazy, you know. The healthcare system, and you know, most of the stay was good today. I mean, at the hospital, most of the stay was nice. Today kind of rubbed me a little bit bad because there was one person that we were waiting for to see, like the entire day, and at some point, I get the nurse. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because like, I'd like to go. It's her birthday. We'd like to go home. And oh, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. I waited hours, and then I got back up. And I'm like, "Hey, can I talk to the charge nurse? Like, what's going on?" Because I've been here all day. And at the end of the day, these people are going to tell me, "Go see your primary." They're just going to tell you to go see somebody else. They're not doing any like in-depth stuff, evaluations. And so, come to find out, apparently somebody downstairs had said that we had already seen the person when we hadn't seen the person. And so I was like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. I found out like hours later. We were just sitting around. We could have been out of there by like 11 or 12, and we're stuck here till like almost 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock when we didn't need to be. And I'm like, you guys are going to try to charge me and the insurance another day? Like, we're going to be stuck here another day? Crazy. Ah, you saw that, Hooks? Oh, wow. Damn, I didn't see that. Get your pop socket. Pop socket. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Marilyn. So happy birthday. Bella, thank you. Thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate it, you guys. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that. They came in today and gave her all these gifts and stuff, and she had a nice dinner. I just ordered takeout tonight. I ordered takeout from, she got like this pasta, lobster, whatever steak thing from, where was it? It was from Miller Ale House. Yeah, the creamy lobster, shrimp and shrimp carbonara. She had that, and I had some ribs and Mountain. Thank you, William Long. Appreciate that. Thank you. Did it end in Mexico? Really? Oh, thank you, Chaos. I've had horrible sleep the whole time I was there. You know, I guess that's expected at the hospital. Horrible sleep, so I'm kind of tired the last couple of days. There was one night I slept like okay, decently, but pretty bad sleep for the most part. Slept on a really uncomfortable couch. Did they give you the COVID test? No, they didn't do anything to me. They didn't give me a COVID test or nothing. No, they just asked me questions and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on with her. You know, I've been dealing with this for like 2 months now. So, about 2 months. And yeah, I have no idea, man. It's like crazy. It's like shocking. It's like unbelievable, kind of, you know? Thank you. I appreciate that, Max Dredge. I just watched a trailer to the new Running Man. Really? Damn. Cisco said I have no smell or taste for 4 years now from COVID. I saw an article about that the other day where they had said that there's people to this day still that have no smell, no whatever, no taste. Years later, I didn't know that. I when I had COVID, that temporarily happened to me, and I didn't have taste or smell for like 2 or 3 days. Thankfully, it came back because I didn't have any urge to eat anything. When I couldn't taste and smell stuff, I wasn't really interested in eating food. No, there's no children's hospital. Well, no children's hospital near me that covers. Right now, I think open enrollment is going to start. So I'm going to look for a different insurance because I didn't know that Florida Blue had that issue. I didn't know they had an issue with the memorial hospitals, which are all around me. If I would have known that, I would have not had this insurance. And so I'm going to have to switch insurances to find something with a little bit better coverage, especially for Maddie. The whole referral thing is kind of a pain in the ass and going back and forth and making all these calls. Oh, did they? Lisa, what'd you do? Oh, the jab ruined my life. Really messed up your life? Damn, Zen, that's crazy. It's open enrollment month. Yeah, I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch insurances. You got to look into your benefits. My son lost taste for a while. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, the whole thing is messed up. I was trying to go through the government website I think, I don't know, it was a year or two ago, and that was completely jacked up. I think I was too late, and then I found somebody. They have like insurance brokers. I think that's what it's called, insurance broker. So you can like you find these people, make sure you find somebody legit. They can get you insurance at any time. I got my insurance outside of the time period of like November to whatever it is. You can find legit people out there that will get you insurance in the middle, beginning, whatever time of the year. That's how I did it. Oh, you were in the hospital? Oh. I was kind of stir crazy in there, man. I was just ready to get the hell out because after like I found like I realized, okay, like we did what we were here for. They're not going to really give me any answers beyond what they said. It's like, all right, I'm just ready to go. Like, why are we here? A third plane crashed today as Piper Cherokee Airport alert. Plane crash. Obamacare. No way, Rachel. Y'all say it's something else, but my grandma was cancer free, melanoma skin cancer for 17 years. She got the jab at recommendation of her doctor, and bam, she's 89 years old doing chemo again. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, because my daughter, she just, I don't want to go too much into detail, but like she started kind of having like involuntary movements with her hands and legs. And at first it wasn't a lot, and it just kind of increased. I thought it was like a tantrum at first, or something. And then it just kind of got worse. And then it's just like, what the hell is going on, Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, dude. And so that's what we're trying to figure out. But like it's on and off. It's not like all day long, but like on and off type of thing. But like enough to the point where it's like a problem now, it's like Gucci, thank you so much for the 20. Thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate that. Marilyn, thank you. Oh, yes, I saw that right too. Thank you so much. I have 2 ruptured eardrums, and it was in the ER last week. I have moderate to severe sleep apnea. Also, I have surgery in 2 weeks. Damn. For something else, then I have to see a couple more doctors. Damn, it's just nonstop. I'm sorry about that, Moto. Just watched my dad die of it. I thought about that, Stephanie, too. Her mother had said that. I don't know. I had thought about that too. I guess her neurologist was like, let's just rule out like the really dangerous stuff first. And so that's why like we went and did these tests to test for like any kind of like autoimmune and stuff like that, autoimmune. But some of the tests take longer to come back. I mean, all the preliminary tests came back negative, and this neurologist was like, "That's a good thing. You don't want her to have that stuff." But there's a couple other tests that still need to come back, and then I guess we can rule that out, and then we have to go to the next thing. I did notice her B12 was really low because, like, so these a lot of these hospitals and stuff, they have like patient portal, so you should try to get access to the patient portal because you'll see your labs and all this kind of stuff too. And so that was one thing I didn't notice. That her B12 was like, I think it was like 2 something out of whatever it was. And she eats really well. At least here, she eats real like freaking this chick. Maddie's just like lobster, steak, like all this stuff. So it's really odd to me that I saw the B12 low, unless something in her body's causing B12 not to be absorbed for whatever reason. I don't know. My chart, yeah. I haven't thought about that. Lyme disease get ruled out. That wasn't even a conversation that came up. I know like Well, I know one lady that has that, and it sucks. Lyme disease. Um, my stepsister had told me tonight too. I was having a conversation with her, and she was telling me to do something like an I don't know what it's called, a gene test, some type of gene test. Because she said sometimes there's things that's not detected, and like the EEG. Maddie had an EEG done. They put like all these little things on your head and your scalp, and like they monitor your, I guess, your brain activity overnight, and all that stuff was negative. You got Lyme, so that the Lyme disease is like a forever thing, right? There's like no cure. There's like no nothing. I know a lady that's like suffering for like forever with it. There's just nothing you can do. Yeah, the computer's running smooth. The internet kind of sucks. That's kind of one of my biggest problems right now, as far as streaming, is the internet sucks. But the computer, I got a new case. Everything's fine. That Trump stimulus, right? Didn't he say he's going to send out $2,000? Low B12 Foley. Her Foley might need something. Yeah, I ordered something to start kind of, I have L-methylfolate plus methyl B12. I figure I'll start giving her the supplement, give her a kid's dose of B12 in the meantime while I figure this out, because I saw that it was so low. David, what's up? No, not anemic. So I don't think I saw that at all. Well, actually, I mean, when she went to the primary, they said her iron was a little low, and so I started. But they didn't say that at the hospital. Though. I have to see what her iron was at the hospital. I'm just gonna have to follow up with the primary too. It's just really bizarre, man. When you see your kid like that too, it's like, what the fuck? Like, especially when your kid's been like completely like nothing, for years and years and years and years, and out of nowhere, and then you're just like looking back and like, what the hell was it? What happened? What's going on? And when these people don't have answers for you too, that's crazy. It's like, no, no CAT scan. They did an MRI, with without contrast and with contrast, the EEG, the lumbar, and like an ultrasound. Yeah, it's interesting you say that, hoaxes. I just hope it's not something new. Well, with autoimmune encephalitis, that's like something that's like within 15 to 20 years, kind of where it was detectable before, like where it really kind of had a name. Before it didn't really have a name, so these kids would show up with all these symptoms, and nobody really knew what it was. And so that one's kind of new. And supposedly they don't even know why it happens. It just your body just starts attacking itself, I guess. Spinal tap, yeah. I wouldn't want to do that. That's the well. The thing is, the crazy shit is too. It's because like, okay, she went into the hospital for the one thing, and then she kind of came out now with something else, like extra, like the back pain and the hips, which hopefully is supposed to reside. But it should have resided days, like a day or two ago, and it's still kind of going. So I mean, hopefully it just heals up and whatever. But it's kind of crazy too, where you sometimes you can go into these places for one thing, you come out with something else, or you come out worse. You go in and you come out worse with other shit. No, no, we didn't do jabs. And they were pushing for that. I didn't get any like COVID stuff with Maddie. I didn't get it either. I remember one time, like years ago, I went to the doctor and they were like, "Oh, did she get the COVID?" I was like, "No," and the doctor looked at me crazy. Why not? Why would I? Like, it's not really affecting kids in younger age. Why would I? I see you. What's up? My iron stays low. My B12 gets low often. Yeah, I think I've gotten my blood work done. I think my B12 sometimes is low. Vitamin D is like always like low for a lot of people. I used to supplement B12 sometimes, and I thought it was pretty helpful. Like the little injection shot, you get it from your doctor, the by the bulk thing. You save a lot of money instead of going to like one of these places where they give you one shot. You have to keep going back. I found it pretty useful. I thought like I had more energy. I was more, I don't know. She turned 9 today. 9 today, man. Honestly, her birthday wish was just to go home. That's all it was since yesterday. I just want to go home. I want to go home, Daddy. I want to go home. Her birthday wish was just to go home. And so today I was like pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, you know. Because there was nothing else for them to do. Like they did all the tests that they can do. And they were literally just giving her Tylenol and Motrin, like alternating for the last 2 days. And I'm like, I could do that at home instead of charging me $3,000 copay. Bro. So it's tough. The flu, no, not the flu either. That's a good question, Juju. She didn't get the flu either, the flu vaccine. I've gotten the flu vaccine twice when I used to work at Broward General as a pharmacy tech. They pressured me. Like this lady would come around. It was like right before it was Maddie wasn't born yet, or she was about to be born, and the lady was like, "Oh, you don't want to pass on the flu to your kid, and you want to do the right thing." And so she pressured me, this top person in the hospital, and I found out later. I didn't realize that because they were always trying to push to get like everybody vaccinated, and it's because they got kickbacks with the insurance companies. I guess like they had some type of thing where they were getting some type of kickback. Like the more people got the vaccine, they'd get like more whatever. And so they were always pushing people to get it. And honestly, the 2 times that I got it, I was the most sickest I think I ever been, like in a year, you know, each year or whatever. And I was just like, what's the point of this shit? And then when you look up like the efficacy rates historically, and you're like, it's like all a guessing game. I'm like, why am I going to take this bullshit and keep injecting myself with this random shit, you know, that maybe or maybe won't work? I don't know. Thanks. Yeah, lumbar puncture, man. I hope I don't ever have to do something like that. And the way they have to, I guess for her, they have to bend your body a certain way and like put it right. I don't know if it's in your spine or under your spine and take spinal fluid out. Oh, thanks, B12. B12. No, not yet, KDB, the HPV vaccine, but I've heard of that. I've heard of like crazy side effects regarding that. Yo, the mold thing. So, David, the mold thing. I don't. Did you see? I thought. I mean, you guys can't see it here. I posted it on Discord, like right up there, because I moved into this place like 3 months ago or something. There's like something up here that I thought was a little suspicious, and I told like the person that owns this house, and he came and he's like, "Oh no, that's just rust." But I don't know if I believe that. I might have to have somebody else come and look at it. But he said it's just rust. There's like this little brown spot up there, and it looks like it was painted over and the paint came off. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. I was just talking to my sister tonight about that. My stepsister about like mold and stuff. Yes, Wendy, the headaches. Maddie was getting the headaches. Worst headache in my life from Spinal Tap that didn't seal. Only time I ever actually wanted to die. So yours kept like leaking. I heard that's what happens. Like it kind of like they poke whatever it is in your spinal area to get this thing, and then it can kind of like leak for a little bit. And so if like you sit up, you get headaches, and you're supposed to like lay back. But I don't know. When Maddie left the area downstairs, they told us 1 hour that she has to stay on her back. We got upstairs, another nurse said an hour and a half. And then, so we lifted her up and everything, and then she started being in pain. And so the nurse the next day was like, no, it's supposed to be 8 hours. And somebody else is like 12 hours. So all these people, these medical professionals are telling me different times. You know, so now she's home with like back pain and stuff. 4 lumbar punctures? What? No, no fevers, no fevers. I don't know, Bam. I need to find about this structure over here. I know the outside is like concrete, but I don't know about like this over there. She hasn't had it lately. I don't remember when the last time she had it. I believe she's all caught up, but I actually have to double check. Like I have to log into one of the portals. I think they did check for meningitis. Like they looked for inflammation, they looked for infection, they looked for certain like proteins and stuff. They actually did do like a lot of type of like tests and blood work. The only thing that they her spinal pressure was actually high. That's the one thing, but the doctor was like, oh, my connection's going crazy right now. It's gonna kick a bunch of people out. They said it was high, but like the guy was saying that like maybe it was just the sedation. It was 30. Her spinal fluid pressure, like the open pressure or whatever they call it. They checked her glucose too. The glucose was normal. Hmm. Yeah, they did a lumbar puncture, which is like a pretty much like an injection or whatever, like by your spine, near your spine to take out the fluid. Um, that's a good question, Team Clue. I kind of think so. That's when the stuff. Well, it started actually a little bit before coming in here. I feel like it was a couple of weeks before coming into this new place that there was I noticed stuff. My family did too a little bit before, and it got progressively worse. And then once coming in here, like yeah, it started getting worse and worse. Hmm. No, no medication. She's on no medication, no allergies, nothing. MRI. The MRI was completely normal. Besides, like they said, one part of the brain lit up a little bit, but they said like there was no significance. So that the MRI came back normal. I should definitely have somebody come test that and see. I mean, I haven't no. So it's that's interesting you say that, Layla. It started like right before school started for Maddie. So like there was summer, and right before school started, I started Maddie in gymnastics because she's always like gymnastics, and so she started doing gymnastics, and then she started school, and around that time is like when I noticed little signs of like just like being cranky, upset, making sounds. It wasn't full on, but I noticed. It was around that time, and then yeah, I don't know. Then we moved in here, and little by little it got worse, and then I don't know. Like lately, like the last couple of weeks, just been bad. Took me 5 days to set up. Spinal patch kept failing. Really? Ask about brain aneurysm. Should get an MRA. Yeah, JB. I mean, I only noticed one spot behind me that looked a little funny, and so like I told the homeowner, and they were like, "Oh, that's just rust." But I think I'm gonna have somebody else look at it and check it out. No, I mean no allergies that I know of. No new. Well, there's a lot of plants here, but no new pets or anything. That's something that I don't know, Miss. That's come up in conversation. I don't know. I know, actually. That's why the neurologist kind of thought that at first. And so we went and did all these tests, but so far all the tests have come back negative. He was like, "We got to roll this out first, and then we go to the next thing." And so that's the thing. I just don't have any answers. That's like the most frustrating thing. I don't know what it is. I don't have any answers. Um, and so like I guess this week I'm gonna make an appointment with the primary to go back to the primary. I gotta wait 2 weeks for the neurologist. I gotta talk to the school teachers and like people over there, let them know. With gymnastics, I feel like she would tell me. I remember like she was kind of having a hard time doing the forward roll, and I got her like this gym mat, and she was practicing at home. I have it out there in the back too. And I noticed when she was doing the forward roll, I think she was kind of doing it a little bit improperly because you're not supposed to put. But when you do a forward roll, you're not supposed to like literally like put all the pressure on your head. You're supposed to like kind of put it on your back part there. Supposed to roll into it. I don't know if she kind of like did it wrong, but I don't know that it would cause all these problems though. That's what I was kind of curious too, actually, about the low B12, the really low B12 that she has. And I'm surprised none of the doctors said anything about that. I noticed today, like when we were leaving, I looked into the portal and her B12 was like pretty low. So maybe the primary, when I go to the primary, they'll say something about that. Maybe they'll look at all the labs and tests and stuff. Zerks, man, you got to, yeah. Some of these nurses, man. Oh Lord, yeah, you got to be really careful. You got to be really on top. If you have family, if you could be there with them, you want to be really on top. There was a lot of nice and good nurses, but there were some of them that you kind of wonder and you scratch your head. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that before. SAS. It can be normal temporary calls like hiccups or sleep alerts. Oh, I never heard of that before. Myoclonus. Hmm. JB, thanks. So sorry, Mel. It's really stressful when our babies are sick and we don't know what's going on. Love you and Maddie. I'll be praying for you. Thank you. That's really interesting that you say that. Kat said, look up brain on fire, anti NMDA receptor encephalitis. That NMDA kind of like rings bells because I was looking up things about that. Um, there's tests. I think that's part of what's the tests that are going to take like a week or two. That NMDA is like something that I heard of, like this part of the autoimmune thing. That's part of what's being tested right now. We got to wait. Causing inflammation and neuropsychiatric symptoms. It's common in young women and children. Interesting. Hmm. That's the thing. It's like there's so many things that like until you start going through some shit, like you don't even realize shit that you never even heard about. And then you kind of realize too, like some of these people, some of these doctors don't even know, So and everybody's just waiting for some test, I guess, to come back and confirm it. Antibody testing in the cerebral spinal fluid. That's what CSF. That's exactly the name of the test that I'm waiting to come back. CSF. What you sent me. That takes like a week or two. The hospital can't do it themselves. They have to send it out. CSF, antibody testing for NMDA receptor antibodies in the cerebral spinal fluid. CSF is the most sensitive and specific way to confirm the diagnosis. The only thing is she has no inflammation. Damn, that's crazy, Stella. My father used to have really bad migraines. Tina, that's what I was thinking about. I've always heard of like B12 and people that have really low B12 can have like really serious problems. KDB, I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look at that. They said that the proteins were normal, but I don't know about C reactive. But they did say the proteins were were actually a little bit lower on the lower side. Oh, really? The only ans they told me 2 weeks on CSF, but the results posted to my chart in like 4 days. Okay, I'm hoping we get it back faster then. I guess yours was negative. I guess. I don't know. CH that kind of crossed my mind. I really don't know, man. I was asking ChatGPT, which is like notoriously inaccurate, but ChatGPT was saying like it wouldn't cause like this level of stuff. It would agitate it, maybe aggravate it. MRI. It did MRI. I have chronic migraines, 35 years now. Started having seizures. Damn. Yo, that's the thing, Cisco. I need to find a neurologist. It takes almost a year to get in. That's what I heard. It's so crazy. That's why, it's like, at some point, you just gotta like go to the hospital or something. PNW Steph, no. I'm probably gonna go back and look at the chat. I'm probably go back and look at the chat after. I mean, I felt a little conflicted, like talking to, like about this a little bit, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people deal with stuff that's with their kids or happening going on, and then you never know. Somebody might tell you something that you didn't think of, and it's like, oh, go check this out. Have you tried this? Or go do this test or whatever. Or I'm dealing with the same shit myself. you know, I was able to get in. I found a place, and so Maddie saw one already, and then I have a follow up in December for the CSF stuff. But they told me if there's like anything crucial, they'll call me before if we have to like do something like an emergency. So I have that set up already. I haven't heard of any Zerks in her school, haven't it? Jojo, I honestly feel like I don't know, man. It's been a rough couple of days. I feel like it's been a rough year. My beard is looking kind of crazy. I have way more white hair. I think I've grown more white hairs in this year than any other year. It's been like a year of like, I don't know, man. This connection is so shitty. I don't know if it's kicking people. It's acting up really bad. I should have streamed in a lower quality. It's been a year of challenges, I think. I mean, good outcomes, but like it's just on a personal level, not even YouTube, just like a lot of challenges, even the lawsuit stuff, which it worked out, but even the lawsuit stuff, there's a lot of. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, damn, I've been through so much shit this year. It's crazy, just personal stuff. And now I have this, which is probably the hardest thing. Is like when you have your kid trying to figure something out. Yeah, yeah. No, the last 2 3 months have been really hard for me because like we were going through this stuff and like trying to figure it out, and we'd have days where we're just like what's going on, what's wrong, and like she's having going through her stuff, and I even thought at one point is like, oh, is she going like she like her hormones? Maybe this is her hormones. Woman. This she maybe Matt is just being a woman. This is just. It's like, oh shit, man, is this what it is? But no, it's more than that. But it did cross my mind. I'm like, oh shit, maybe it's about to happen. That time. Yeah, that's true, Kathy. That is true. And honestly, with like a mental health thing, I think I told like a nurse this and somebody else. It's like, they tell you, oh, you get help. You see these people that go kind of wild and crazy and they kill people, which is horrible. But, and they're like, oh, why don't you get help? Yeah, when you try to get help, these people will give you the runaround. Before the neurologist and I went to like at least four different places, four different visits, appointments, and everybody just kept passing the buck. Oh no, this is not this. This is not that. This is not. And you're just constantly like this whole somebody that's on edge. I mean, let's say you're an adult and you need help and you're on edge or something. They're not going to be going through this bullshit, the circle jerk of like, oh, well, you got to get a referral and we're going to send you here. And no, you don't know. We're going to send you here and here. And oh, you have this copay and that copay. They're not going to do this crap, you know? But I mean, the good thing is that the preliminary stuff is negative. I was looking at it before, like, damn man, like I know it's kind of weird because it's like you don't want anything bad, but at the same time you want an answer, But like one of the neurologists was like, you don't want your kid to have this stuff. Like so far, that's negative. That's good. Like you don't want it to be like with this kind of because some of this stuff there's no cure for. Some of this stuff we're just gonna give you medications for the rest of your life just to like deal with the side effects, not with the actual issue. Copper, does that do that, cat? I'm gonna have to look into that. So, but yeah, that's kind of basically what's been going on. Like, I mean, honestly, like I said, it was going on for like 2 3 months. That was like a big stressor for me. Kind of like trying to and while trying to do YouTube and all that. But then it kind of like escalated, and we did the hospital stuff. And so, but I mean, I'm back. I'm happy to be home. Maddie's happy to be home, and I'm just gonna be diligent. I've been documenting all the stuff that's been happening with her. Like I've been documenting this stuff, like videos, and I have notes and like all kinds of stuff, and like everything, everything. I know everything. Um, so at least we can kind of somewhat rule out all that other stuff that would be horrible. And I'm just gonna have to be diligent following up with these doctors and whatever, and we'll see what the next step is. So, and she's just really happy to be home. Like she's just ecstatic. Like, oh my god. And I set up I have a room down here, so I'm in like a townhome. So there's like a second floor to here, but I have an extra room down here, and so I set it up for her, like a nice comfortable couch. I put up the TV because she's gonna be home with me this week, and so I figured she could just be like down here chilling and stuff if I have to stream or whatever. And so she's not having to go up and down the stairs because that's another thing too. She don't really like going up and down the stairs. That could be it too, Jojo. I don't know. That's the thing. I have no idea. Mel, could it be an anxiety? My oldest went through it. Hair falling out. Wow. Hair falling out, shortness of breath, hives, throwing up, all kinds of scary shit from an anxiety. Damn. That's interesting. There was one neurologist that told me this, and he was like, that, like, once this stuff is like rolled out, then we have to look at the other side. Like, what, is there something there? Was something going on? Like in her head? And he gave the example of like let's say like somebody has stage fright, like public speaking, and so they'll literally start getting physical side effects, like their stomach will start turning and hurting, they'll start sweating, whatever it is. And so sometimes people are having like physical reactions to things that are going on around them, and it's kind of like not really in their control, but like they're reacting to something. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see that too. No, I've never heard. Mary P suggested heavy metal test. That would be interesting. No, I didn't know there was a Berkeley test. Protest. No, I've been having a lot of conversations with her, KDB. I've been having a lot of talks with her, but I'm also gonna have like a child therapist. I think it would be good just to have somebody like independent, like sit and talk with her and stuff like that. So that's the next thing that's gonna come up. I'm gonna have somebody probably on a weekly basis, but I've been talking to her about that and asking all the time. True. Right? I honestly couldn't think of anything. I honestly don't know. Like, I have no idea, man. I haven't done any of their lead tests, no. School seems fine. School seems fine. Like as far as our friends, the teachers, I've been in communication with the teachers. School seems fine, and I talk with Maddie all the time about like school and stuff. She does eat fish, not really tuna. She does eat tuna, but like rarely. It's not like often. But yeah, we do have like seafood all the time, I guess. No, crying blood. Oh my god, I'd freak out. I'd be running. So yeah, I'm kind of just at a loss, I guess, with the whole thing. But I'm also like just trying to be patient. I know I have to be like strong, at least in front of her. Try to be strong, and be. It takes a lot of patience and just kind of pushing to find out, do everything that we can do. Yeah, stayed in the same school, JB. The area that I moved to has like a really nice. I even hear like a better reputation than the last school that she was in. But I purposely left her in that school because I didn't want to change up her environment like that too much, you know? Something with it. Well, that's what I noticed, Cheryl. It's interesting you say that. Get her some fidget tools. You can make a tub of Tice and put treasures. Sensory box. I think there's something sensory with it too, Cheryl. I think like the things that I've seen, the things that I recorded, I think there's a sensory element to like what's going on with her. Like with certain things, certain touching certain things, like bothers her too. It seems like sometimes. Um, so I notice sometimes like if I'm able to distract her, it completely stops. Sometimes, like if sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But like I might let's watch a video together. Sometimes it completely distracts her, and like I think it was 2 nights ago. She was having like an episode. My AirPod fell on her, and it just completely like stopped her, like whatever she was doing. And she's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's headphones. You want to try it?" She's like, "Yeah." So she put it on, and then I was like, "Okay, you want me to put something on for you?" I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "All right." I put on "Happy Birthday, Maddie" on YouTube, and it's like this crazy weird shit. And she started like laughing, and she completely forgot like the whole episode like just stopped. It was crazy. I played this thing for her. It's your birthday that like distracted her and like completely just stopped it. And then I was scrolling YouTube Shorts, and there's this guy. I don't know what this guy's doing, but there's this guy that like he has some fake teeth and he just plays with it in his mouth. It's really weird. I was just scrolling, that popped up, and we just both started cracking up, and like it completely just went away. You know? No, yo. The doctors don't think so. I mean, I've never noticed any of that, like autism. They went into the neurologist that we sat down with. We sat down with him for like 2 hours. Like it was very very in depth, and she's never had any signs of that. Um, I don't know. And her primary, she says she really thinks it's like a neurological thing. And so I don't think it's that. But it was weird that the last time I went and got a haircut, it was I had this barber for the first time, and he told me that his kid, I forgot at what age. I don't know if it was 2 or 5. Out of nowhere got autism, and he said it was after the kid got shot, some type of vaccine. He was like, the kid never had any kind of anything, and out of nowhere, and he told me he believes it was the shots. Is what he told me. That was on Halloween. That was scary. Really, my daughter is 41 now and still can't wear socks with seams. No, she doesn't have no vaccines, and no, in a long, quite a while. No vaccine. There was like no medication. Because one of the things that doctors are asking is like, oh, did she have strep throat recently? Because apparently strep throat untreated can lead to those symptoms. Believe it or not, like you can actually have if your kid were to get strep. I don't know if it's with adults as well. Untreated strep throat and it just lingers and it's not treated can actually start creating those symptoms that Maddie has. It's kind of crazy. And so they were testing for that too, and she didn't have nothing came up positive because I remember like twice within the last couple months she had said, "Oh, her throat hurts," and I just gave her some medicine, and that was it. Really, rheumatoid arthritis from strep throat. Wow, really? I've heard it from so many parents. Damn, that's crazy, Beach Bum. Wow. I think I had strep once, a long, long time ago. Yeah, and it was rough. Like it was like very irritated, a lot of pain. I feel like these kids nowadays are just getting so much more shit, like especially with like the autism or like the allergies. These kids have all kinds of shit I never heard of. They're all allergic to some shit. I was like, what's going on now? I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, she's chilling tonight. She's good. She started feeling a little pain from the lumbar, so I gave her some Tylenol, and I'm gonna try to keep it scheduled for the ibuprofen next. Tylenol, Trump. Oh shit. Um, but she's chill. I think she's just happy to be home. I'm happy to be home. It was really exhausting and very draining. It was really a lot. She went through a lot the last couple of days. Like it was just crazy. So I don't know. Just gonna stay strong and follow through. That's the biggest thing. Follow through and be persistent and get everything checked out and patience. A lot of patience. Plastic, all the food coloring. Who knows? Damn, you had scarlet fever at the age of 57. That's what my barber told me. The processed foods. His wife is like very. They have like a particular diet, non gluten or gluten free, and like very like strict diet. Damn, that's crazy. Rheumatoid fever from strep throat. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they did. That was the main goal. I think was to rule out all the serious stuff. We're still waiting on the C. What do they call that? CSF or something. We're waiting on like a couple of other things to come back. But like, yeah, they ruled out like I guess the dangerous stuff. Thanks, Jojo. Thank you, Melissa. The ingredients listed in all caps. I mean, I look forward to getting a little bit back on the grind with YouTube. I mean, of course, dealing with this Maddie stuff, but I feel like the YouTube stuff too kind of keeps me distracted and going. So, I mean, I'm glad we're just back home and can try to still figure this stuff out. Damn, Roxy said I started eating garbage and now I don't get sick anymore. She's 9. Also had mono that gave me a rotten sore throat. What? Holy shit. That's great, Annie. And that's what there was a lady that I spoke to too that she said her daughter had some of the stuff that Maddie was having and she just got therapy and like it really helped out a lot. So some lady that one of the people that I spoke with, like a therapist or something, she had told me her daughter had some similar stuff and she got into some program and it like really helped out. Interesting, KDB. Isn't mono they call like the kissing virus or something? Mono, the kissing disease. I love you. I appreciate it, guys, man. I appreciate all the love. I guess I'm gonna get off and chill and just rest a little bit. Um, and just hang out with Maddie and stuff, watch some videos. She has off the rest of the week. I was able to get like a doctor's note just to rest, but I'm gonna follow up with doctors. And tomorrow's there's no school. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, right? Tomorrow's Veterans Day. Tomorrow's. So but yeah, I'll be around. Demi, you gotta be careful with these therapists, man. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate the love and support. Um, Sharing silverware too. All right. Thank you, guys. Love you. Bye. Thank you so much for hanging out. Adios. Bloop, 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 bloop. I agree. I agree. KDB, I could say there's more I could say about that, but yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. There's no need for that right now. Yeah. That too, Tam. Yeah. And anxiety, puberty, too much estrogen in foods.